Welcome back to TV Movie Mistress. Guys, I am here to talk about Pit Babe Season 2, Episode 5. Just out the gate, this might be my favorite episode of the season. So far, anyway, we still got a couple more to go. I get it. But I feel like a light came on in my brain regarding what this show is. And this was also such a well done episode. I was able to just really enjoy it more than I have all season. And I feel like if I was to go and I don't even remember if I talked about this audioly, is that a word? But if I was to go back and see my thoughts on this show in season 1, I feel like it would be the same trajectory where it's me being annoyed by it and then it clicking and me just enjoying it for what it is. And what it is BL X-Men. I hold on to that. But yeah, we're back after last week's episode where we left off on Babe and Charlie. They're engaged. Tony can walk. Just insanity. But I want to start with the happy this week. And the happy is North and Sonic's story. I think we can all admit that. Even North and Sonic's story felt a bit cuter this week. In which, okay, I get their connection now. They've both liked each other at different points in their lives, and whenever it didn't work, maybe one was in another relationship, one was out the country, whatever it is, they are ill-fated, or they have been ill-fated so far. I would say a good conversation will clear this up since they're obviously in love with each other and everybody sees it, and they also see it, right? But they want to maintain that friendship, which they feel like a romance would ruin, but at the same time, not admitting their feelings is ruining the friendship either way. And here comes the cutie patootie of the moment as well, Sonic. He's going back to Paris. He confesses to Alan that he just feels like he can't be here. And of course, since he's been there, they've seen North improve as a driver, as a racer. We all know this is his first go as being, an official driver for the X-Hunter team. And Sonic has played a part in that. So him leaving, everybody, in the form of Alan here, recognizes it's going to make an impact in North's performance. And then, of course, we have you guys already know by now, my least favorite couple in this show. We have Chris and we have Pete. We have Pete, who I swear he has lost his goddamn mind because I don't know what he thinks he's doing with Chris. Sir, you are only with him using this man because he looks like your ex, kind of ex. On the one hand, we all know Chris is going to play him like a fiddle. But on the other hand, I'm not so sure Pete doesn't deserve it. We have Chris being very logical about what their relationship is, which is just sex. It's just a hookup. It's just primal. And we have Pete, every chance he gets, trying to act like it's something more. Which, again, because of the complications where, one, Chris is not only his employee, but two, he looks like his kind of ex. Chris is right. Keep the two separate. Let's keep work at work. Let's keep sex at sex and stop thinking I'm your ex. Even though I do not like Chris, way number 2, we are all on the same page where if he plays Pete like a fiddle, and I think we're pretty sure that's what's going to happen, he's going to have to take the L. He's just going to have to take the L, take it as a lesson. He brought this on himself. And this right here, I think is where I really locked in with this episode. Because I think I hate Chris and Pete together. I hate, I hate Chris and I hate Wei. And if you find out that Chris is in fact Wei, or Chris is just evil, or Chris is just a doppelganger, I don't even know how it's going to end yet as to Chris's plotline. And I both love that and hate that for me. I know it. I'm just going to be stressed until there's a resolution because I don't trust him. And he stresses me because I don't trust him. But the pool scene, well, before we get to the pool scene, he has Pete use his powers on him to tell what his true intentions are. Because I guess there still is 10% of Pete's brain working where he takes the offer. He touches Chris's hands, and with that is sort of the proof that he's not going to betray them. I think he's absolutely going to betray. what do you what do you guys think? Maybe I'm just cynical. So tell me in the comments. Tell me like, yo, relax. This relationship is gonna work. Like, have faith. I will have faith if you guys tell me. And honestly, I was about to move on, but then I thought about it. Like, this might be the reason why I have such a problem with Chris/Way/Doppelganger. The actor is fine. I cannot stand for that. I mean, I can and I will. But if this was a man in my life, I too would fold and make really bad decisions. Because look at him. Look at all of that. You guys can't see me right now, but I'm pointing. Look at the face. Like, I get it. So with this scene at the pool, I loved it. I loved the coloring. Like, look at the blinds where it's dark, but it's giving off a blue, coupled with like the purple of the shadows. And then these two hound dogs are in the pool, this crystal clear blue pool. And you have the leaves behind them. And just, oh, my eyes. This was a feast for the eyes. This was a feast for my eyes. And I loved everything. Now, normally, whenever Chris and P come up on my screen, that's my let's go grab a snack time, let's look at my phone time. So I'm really glad I didn't do that. But again, I think that speaks to the power of how great this scene was shot. I love how the camera moves with them, how we're getting different perspectives. That's another thing that was consistent with me that I loved in this episode, which was how the camera work was done. I'm not an expert. I'm just speaking as a regular person, but I loved how the camera moved with them in a lot of scenes with these characters. I even had to go look up if the director was different from last week, and he was not. Same director. So I don't know. Maybe he just brought his all into this like episode. And of course, if you've watched this episode, you know the full series of events. But I just wanted to stop at this still because I just think it was excellent. One, the leg work when they were in that water, chef's kiss, brilliant, well done. This final shot where Pete has asked Chris, hey, if we've had sex one time, it's a one night stand. What does us having sex twice mean? And Chris is like, we have a sexual relationship. Like, this is not that complicated. In a way, it seems like Pete kind of knows he's getting played. I don't know. I can't come up enough with the words right now to describe the emotion both of these characters pulled out in me from their acting. Because there's a sadness to Pete on one hand regarding everything, and then you just have Chris there like, yeah. It's very evocative. It's absolutely evocative. And of course, what did we say Chris was? Shady. Why is he logging into Pete's desktop? What information are you looking for? Why are you looking for information? But I love how they topped Chris's shadiness with a picture of Way on this desktop, on this desk, on this work area. Like, what do you mean? What, Pete, I know you guys have a lot on your plate, but I need therapy to happen. Because here you have Way's picture on your desk. You're having sex with someone who looks like Way, and you're thinking it's a true emotion. But all of this is just messy. I mean, it's the human condition. I get it, but still messy. The way this scene is saying a lot, I wish I had an arrow so I could like line up the mess that is in this room outside of Chris. But we have Pete here who has just been seen having relations with someone he used to know, literally that Gautier song. And you have Kim and Pete. No, my bad. You have Kim and Kenta who just finished committing a crime, but the issue here, outside of the criming they're doing on the side, is that Kenta used to like Pete. Pete did not reciprocate. Now we have Kenta seeing this guy he used to like, unresolved feelings, but I'm hoping out of the unresolved feelings being resolved, he pushes towards Kenta. He pushes towards Kim because I like Kim. Kim got something. I don't know what Kim got, but Kim has something. But yeah, this is an absolutely valid look for each people to be given, and I love how it kind of places Pete in the middle or in between both Kenta and Kim, and between Chris. Dun dun dun. We'll see what happens. I really hope I'm able to keep this scene in because I feel like it goes so hard. So here we go. Let's see.
ไม่มีทางไม่ใช่ว่าเขาไม่รู้แต่เขาแค่ไม่ได้ชอบผม
You can't make someone like
ตั้งแต่
you.
ผมเกิดมาโลกนี้ผมก็รู้จักอยู่แค่2 คนก็คือโทนี่แล้วก็พีทอะไรนะคุณแล้วก็เป็น2 คนที่ไม่เคยรู้สึกอะไรกับผมเลย
Like, what do you mean they never felt? Like, that is terrible. That feels so terrible for him to know that. On the one hand, he knows that Pete knows about his feelings, but he doesn't reciprocate, and that's fine. But for him to say, these are the only 2 people that have meant anything in my life, and I know they don't care about me. Like, I need you to make new friends, Kenta. Kim, I need you to hang out with him more because puppy. Like, obviously all of the kids that come out of Tony, I mean, they're marked for trauma. Like, that's not even the question. But these moments, these little moments we take with each of them just sort of reminds us just how much trauma all of these people have dealt with coming out from Tony's child trafficking with special abilities lifestyle is. Like, it's child trafficking at the end of it, but then it's child trafficking children with special abilities. Like, what in the world? Aw, man, like, okay, Kim, you 10 out of 10 for Kim. You meet someone who truly loves you. Kim said it, guys, so we have to believe it. But yeah, I really felt like that scene went hard. I felt like that scene went hard. I feel like Kenta and Kim went hard. I feel like the moments with Chris and Pete went hard. I just really, and again, this is why I had to go back and be like, oh, did they have another director last week? But no, same. I know I'm repeating myself with a lot of things. I'm just really surprised at how much more emotion and character arc we're getting this episode compared to last week. And the camera work, I've already gone down that line. You guys know. I think it's amazing. So we've got Pete and Wei. We've got Pete and Chris. We've got Pete and Chris. We've got Kente and Kim. We've got North and Sonic. Oh my God, the show is nothing but couples. And they're doing, I will say this, a much better job in giving all the couples more breathing space, more to do, more to say. Season 1 was very much around Babe and Charlie. It also felt like that was sort of intentional, right? Like, those were the main characters, the main stars, but you know, your audience also likes the other characters, so don't just put everything in every episode on Babe and Charlie. And I'm glad they're actually taking that into practice this season, which is why, again, we're able to see how all of these other characters are kind of doing mentally. So who do we have left in terms of couples? We have Alan and Jeff, and then we have Babe and Charlie. We're going to leave Babe and Charlie for last. Alan and Jeff, you could say they don't really have much going on except that, like, Jeff is possibly dying. outside of that, super cute. And I love how Alan recognizes that, you know, his man is really good at what he does. And, he's telling this, colleague, like, hey, check this, blah, blah, blah. And guy's like, man, get off my neck. Since your man's not been here, you've been riding me a bit hard. And he's like, look, my man is just that good. Maybe I've gotten spoiled. And I was like, rude. And I'm glad they gave them an off week from Jeff possibly dying, because their skit this episode is Alan feeling his age. He's known as the oldest in the group. He's the big brother, all of that. And he's dating Jeff, who's really very much younger than him. So him, like, I don't know, cracking his neck wrong has him feeling in his age and kind of motivates him to try and get his life together. But his man is like, I'm good. You don't need to be doing all of this. If your body ain't ready, exercising is not going to help. And that made me feel better about not going to the gym today. But yeah, they were cute this episode. Not a lot of drama, thankfully. I love them picnicking with Charlie and Babe. Just a little moment between bros and their hoes. Like, I love it. So let's get to the main meat of the episode, and that's Babe and Charlie. They got engaged last week. Yay, congrats. And everyone sees the ring. They're like, damn, look at you. You just marry him already. It's very cutesy. I love it. Babe and Charlie forever. I'm shipping it. I'm there. But I know there's going to be heartbreak before this season ends. I've kind of heard rumors of what it could possibly be, but I'm not quite sure, and I'm fine with that because I want the show to take me there. But yeah, everyone's happy they're engaged. But yeah, from there, everything goes downhill because guess what? Willy's around, guys. If you guys remember last week, I was complaining about, oh my God, or even like 2 episodes ago, I was like, oh my God, I wish we had Tony. I wish we had another villain. Oh my God. Like Willy was not here. Like, Willy is not the chaos agent sent by Loki to just mess up everything in this show, to mess up everybody's lives, who's reading people for filth, who's manipulating people left and right. Willy is the other villain I want. I wanted, like, Tony's smart. Tony is methodic. Tony is, he's planning. Willy's just chaotic evil. And that's what I needed. I needed a little bit of spice in the seasoning. And Tony wasn't doing it enough for me. I was like, yeah, Willy is my Darth Maul. Or would he be Count Dooku? Either way, fuck it all up, Willy. Fuck it all up. Let's see what you can do. Because why is he following? Why is he following Babe? And y'all, the mind games that he is playing on Babe, it's really not fair. It's really criminal. It's just going to mess up Babe's life in all the ways. And we see the beginnings of that this episode. Like, Babe is telling him, stop following me. I don't like it. Willy's like, I'm not following you. And then immediately he's like, oh, congratulations. I heard you got engaged. How? How did you hear he got engaged? The announcement was only to close, immediate friends. Even Pete wasn't there. So how did Willy find out that Babe was already engaged? Maybe we missed some time in there and it's been announced. Or maybe Willy has an inside person. And I'm not going to like that. I'm going to like that, but I'm not going to like it because you're playing with Babe's mind. And then him saying, I can give you first place. I can give you first place. That is messing with Babe's mind levels upon levels. Because one, we know Babe likes to win, but we also know Babe doesn't like being given anything. And Babe has been the best at racing for as long as we know. So for him to be like, I can give you first place, like a dagger to Babe's heart. A dagger. And then we have this first race, which I'm not gonna lie, mad tense. I was really watching this scene like it was a real race. I thought like the cut shots between the actors and the actual racers, because obviously these are not the actors, was so well done. It was seamless. I didn't notice anything different. And the actors, even though they're not the one in the fast driving speed, I think it's such an improvement. Even though season 1 was good, this season, this scene, I was all in. But again, the audacity of Willy to take his foot off the gas, doing what he said he would do, which was give Babe first place. Like, the mind games. If you know Babe's personality, you know this is not gonna go well. Like, after this, Babe essentially becomes obsessed. He's like a dog with a bone. Because who are you, Willy? Who are you? What do you want? How dare you? And Babe, of course, does not tell anyone that he suspects Willy threw the race for him. But at the same time, he confronts Willy about whatever shenanigans he's doing. And I love how they're not even talking for 1 minute when Charlie's like, "I'ma fight you." That's one of my favorite things about Charlie is he's like a hound. Babe is like a dog with a bone, but Charlie's different. Charlie's obsession, Charlie's love, Charlie's intensity about Babe, I gotta come up with a word for it. But as soon as he's even talking to Willy, he interjects. Oh my god, I cannot believe I forgot to mention this plot where some kind of serum was discovered to have been ordered in large amounts. And Peter's like, this has to be connected to Tony somehow. And Kenta sees the serum and decides he's going to go and rob the laboratory where all of the serum, or like he's going to go rob the laboratory and get data. And hopefully that connects them to Tony, or they find out more information about who's working for Tony or what Tony's working on. But that's kind of not the crazy part. The crazy part is not that Kenta broke into a lab to steal information. It's that Kenta somehow knew where he was and came to pick him up, and in the process of picking him up, spun around Kenta several times while they locked eyes. Let me repeat that. While they locked eyes. This was too much. Like, just get married already. Like, what? Like, or get in the car so you don't get murdered. This is just, I laughed so hard. It did feel slightly ridiculous. Now, of course, I've mentioned before how Charlie and Babe don't really have conversations. They just have sex. That's a lot of the emotional driver in their relationship. But I am glad in this episode, Babe recognizes enough that Charlie's pissed off. Like, he basically tells Charlie, I know you're sulking, you didn't cuddle me, you didn't give me a good morning kiss, now here you are on the way to work. Know your partner, it helps. And I like that they're talking. I like that they're communicating. For a relationship to last, you need to communicate. And it can't be a one-way communication where Charlie's always the one going to Babe. Babe sometimes has to recognize his faults. Just because Charlie is willing to forgive him time and time again, that doesn't mean Babe also should just let him. Oh, and shout out to everyone who was like, oh my god, it's so cute how Charlie and Babe call each other Mama and Papa. And now they won't stop. Now they will never stop, guys. It's just Mama and Papa every time. Be careful what you wish for. So anyway, Babe goes to North. He's like, man, I need an investigator. I got to find out information about this guy. And North's like, I got you. You don't even need an investigator. I have someone who works in that sphere of things. Like, if you don't know, North is actually a really big, like, I don't know, like a streamer, YouTuber, Twitch, whatever is in this world. So I guess he just has connections. But unfortunately, what this connection leads to is the dumbest sequence of events ever. But before the dumb sequence of events, again, I hope I get to put this clip up and there's no issues because the camera work. Again, 10 out of 10. Like, we have Babe going through his phone. Then you see how Charlie opens the door, puts the phone down real quick. He's talking with the fellas. Oh, let's go riding. And the camera pans out. Charlie's still over there in the camper, and he's like, I'll catch up. What does that lead to? The camera then zooming in as they leave on Charlie, definitely about to like look through Babe's phone. So not just the impact of the scene, the impact of the camera work and how I took in this scene was really enjoyable. Again, I don't know the professional words. Look, let's just go back. Charlie's switching out, y'all. Charlie Charlie is twitching out because the less animated Charlie's face gets, the more you feel like he's about to go like destroy people. Like we need Charlie to be calm. We do not need Charlie out here spazzing on the streets, but it feels like that's where it's going to end. So of course, what does Babes dumb behind decide to do? He's going to go to the club. Honestly, I love that name. I think it's amazing because it's the, not CLUB, it's QLUB. So it could be the Q Club or it could be the club. Like, that's stupid yet masterful marketing. I love it. Give me 10 of it. But yeah, Babe going after Willy. Like, Willy doesn't know Babe is disgusted with him after every interaction they have had. I don't know what Babe is thinking at all. Like, Willy is crazy. Willy knows you don't like him like that. Where do you think this is going? And then the way I screamed when Willy turned him around like something was about to go down, I did not like that at all. I'm glad we didn't go there, but I'm angry at the fact that Charlie had to walk in and see this nonsense. Because not after having had this conversation about you, because Charlie has had this conversation with Babe. I do not like you around this guy. Why are you taking pictures? Please stay away from this guy, so on and so forth. And here I just walked in on the both of you butt naked. It's either you're cheating on me or you're putting yourself in bad situations that you should not be doing because you don't want to listen. Either way, we have a communication issue. So yeah, that's where the episode ends. I'm flabbergasted. I can't wait for episode 6 next week because, Babe, you have a lot of explaining to do. And guys, let me just point out, look at the little author fist Charlie is making. Not just one, he's got 2 author fists. I love that. Babe, babe, listen to us. Y'all, we have to have an intervention for Babe. He gotta listen, go racing, and not be investigating whatever it is that's about Willy. Because it's gonna lead to nowhere good. Especially when he's out here doing it by himself and doing it stupidly. Like, bring Charlie into it even if you're gonna do it. Because now you hemmed up on a wall and Charlie just walked in and we're all confused as to what is happening. But yeah, that was episode 5, y'all. That was a lot of an episode. I really enjoyed it. Like I said when I opened, this is absolutely my favorite episode of the season so far. We have a lot of character progression work. I really liked it. The camera work was insane. The lighting. Oh my gosh, a feast for the eyes and the ears, and I was locked in on every character's development, even Way number 2 and Pete with their messiness. So I'm gonna be here for episode 6. So outside of that, guys, let me know, what are your thoughts? Did you like the episode? Do you think it was as well done as I have purported it to be? If you're like, it was alright. Actually, you know what? Let me take a look at something, because I actually put up a post on YouTube so I could see what you guys thought. Let me see if you guys answered. Let's see, post. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe and like. I'm at 319 subscribers. I love that for me. I love it. That's insane that I have 116 videos. That my life, I have none. But I want to get to 500. I want to get to 500 and I think to officially be able to monetize. I just want to get that. I gamify my life. So if I could get 500 subscribers and I think it's 3,000 hours and start getting $5 after 116 videos that I've given of my life to YouTube, 2025 will have been worth it. Absolutely. But okay, I am shocked. I said, what did you think of season 2, episode 5? You guys said same as all. Well, this is 2 votes, so, but same as always, hated it. Hated it. Wow. I just put that there for variety. I didn't think anyone was actually going to pick it. Yo, that's wild. If you're a subscriber, hated it. Whoever picked hated it. Please let me know why you hated it. Because I feel like if you hated it and I loved it, you probably hated it for the reasons I loved it. So now I am intrigued. Same as always. Wow, I feel like I just glazed the hell out of this episode then. But now even more I want to know people's thoughts. Let me know if my thoughts are way out of left field for you guys and if it was just a mere episode. But I genuinely think this was the best. And if this was not the best episode for you of the season, let me know what you consider the best episode of the season for you so far. So that's all I've got. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll do this again soon. Bye.